everything plugged in? Is everything plugged in? I think so. I think it is. So here we are with more of this mess. And I have been going through and trying to organize all of this, and there's probably still going to be some more shifting and whatnot as I get all of the UVs together. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day. And let's continue this. Just fun. What I've done to this point is I've gone through and pulled all of the lights that are specific to the Season 8 version and the Season 7 version, and put them in the collection here. I might go so far as to create a sub-collection for lights. Not really necessary, but I just drug this in here just for speed, but I can always either take them out or add to it. Some of these are going to need to be unwrapped. But we'll see. Those are easy and quick, and I am going to use a UDIM UV set. UDIM is written out UDIM capitalized. It's for U dimension. Basically, it takes this image and just expands it. And you can technically expand it as much as you like. I think there's a limit set for 1,000 of these, because you can go 10 across and then infinitely up in the Y direction. And each square can have its own resolution. So right now this is 8K. So everything that I'm throwing this texture on is showing as the 8K. But I could expand this to another square and have that at 1K and 2K, 4K, whatever I need. So, and then that way basically what it would do when you go ahead and create all of your textures and materials, and when you apply that to the model, technically if the materials are all you're not going to need any specific control for any given texture image. You can just put one image into the texture node, and it pulls everything else from that UDIM set, so you're not having to create, let's say, 100 different materials. But we'll see how it goes when we get there. I've never used them. And that explanation probably made no sense because I still don't understand it well. I was checking these bookshelves earlier just to see how they were unwrapped. Everything's packed up good, and I think it's fine. I don't know if I want this detail, but I kind of do because I want that depth because the light sits behind it. Not like it's necessarily going to be rendered up close that much, but I might just leave it as is. But these books, I don't know how I just kind of, I think I did a random kind of setup. I have a hardcover object and a paperback object. And I think I just randomly kind of set these out. We'll see about that when I get to texturing them. I don't know how much. I mean, I don't know if I want specific text on each of those, because I sure as hell either don't want to make it up or source all of those images. So I'm going to do a generic bindings, or back binding on it. Spine binding. That's what I meant to say. Let's see. I was going through bookshelves. I'm gonna call this done for the most part, because I don't need to tweak the layouts. I think they work good. So we'll drag that up here. The consoles I checked. Let's bring those. I'm going to turn that off. It's the lights and all the little glass bits that I have all over the place that I need to figure out a grouping for. But this console I think is unwrapped good. I know this one is. And all of the geometry has been cleaned up. So I'm going to leave those for the moment until we start packing everything. Might end up combining some of these objects. Since I've never used a UDIM setup, it's going to allow me to, I think, combine things in a better manner, especially with all the little lights and things, because since they're gonna be, I think they're emission objects, I believe. Yeah, that's where's that at? I really don't know where those are at. I'll have to figure that out. I've been moving so many things around, I don't know where half of this stuff is anymore. There we go, pinhole lights. Those are all emission objects, and I don't know if I have a... yeah, they are actually unwrapped. Alright, cool. So that I, instead of managing each of those lights separately, they're all going to have the same brightness, and I will just color them with the map and as an emission emission shader, or emission color, I guess. And fix it in post. I was trying to get these lights, I think, yeah, I was trying to get, this is something I'm going to work on, maybe not today, but I want to get a material and maybe a setup for like a glass, dome, and then the light bulb underneath. Like I have here. I gotta figure that out, because there's a specific look I want. I know it's kind of silly to have it that detailed, but when you're not necessarily going to be staring at it this close, But that is something just as a general material setup I want to create. I'm not going to do that today though, because I still want to get some of this cleanup done. So let's turn off, I think I was on consoles. Let's these details are good. That's everything on, I think, all of the consoles, and that's all unwrapped and everything. And I didn't have any issues with the unwrapping before, because I don't think I have any of this stacked on top of each other, except I might. Yes, I have those. I have the side panels, but those are, I think, mirror. Right. Yeah, those are mirror images, so those should be fine. Console details are good. All of this other stuff, I fixed the stairs up, got all of that packed up, except that blue stuff that's on the side here. That'll be on a different map. Walls, what was I doing? Lights. Here we go. And the stairs. I just want to make sure that these have, these are all unwrapped. I don't know why, they don't really necessarily need to be, but those are good, and they're all got all their I had vertex groups and stuff, all kinds of big old mess going on from last time, but I got rid of all that, because if I do need it, I can redo that quickly. Lights, shaft, center. I'm just gonna say shaft because there's no other shaft lights. I want to kind of shorten these up a little bit. Light shaft top. Actually, I can do that. Shaft bottom. It's kind of like shorten these as much as possible. I got these whole struts taken care of. I think they might have to be on 2 maps, because that was just taking up a lot of room. So I think I have it set up like that, so this will be a second map. Get out of here. So these are light shaft. Oops. Light shaft top, lights stairs. Let's. I'm trying to keep this as consistent as possible. And those are just little blips, and I might be able to slap all of those and yeah, those are gonna have to stay separate because we have actually, let me pull up these. Let's see. Let's hide that. Hide that. Let's select these. And that just is like 4 extra little lights, I think. Yeah, that's the only difference, so. Let me see what we got going on here. That's just the lower level. Those are the same, so. I don't know what the cat's squawking about. I might do away with all of these except let me get wireframe so I'm getting all of them. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just have a set of lights for the stairs. Get rid of the rest of them. Lights, stairs, because that's just a slight addition to this. And let's take these. No. These. So I have all of that. I'm just going to make sure that we got everything. Yeah, that's all of that. And all of that. So we're good. We just have this extra little set of lights for the stairs. Alright, so let's take these and not make them specific. And then I will put these down into this lights folder, because then the season 8 will just be those. And we'll position those later. Cool. So it's a little bit of cleanup. Lights, and those do have a UV. Some of them don't. I just want to make sure they all do. That shouldn't. Yeah, that does need to be different. But let's do this. And give them a new name and so those are a different color, but I want to have them separate so they can just be basically selected without having to change the color every time. So any of the different elements are going to have this separate season 8, season 7 designation, so you can just, so I will be it will be easier to create the separate files. This is just the production file where I am going to have everything. So lights, 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 lights. We got more lights. And the door frame and the bookshelves. I don't know if these need to be different. I don't remember. Well, I'm looking up some reference real quick. Well, that folder's a mess. Doors, generals. 8 reference. Sluggish. Let's see. Don't think the floor is any different, but I'm not sure. Those are set photos. Oh. Season 7 didn't have those floor grate. Or it kind of did and didn't. And elements of it, so the lights weren't. Well, I'm not gonna make a plain Jane floor. So I'm gonna deviate. And where is... So it's these. But they would be a different color, so let's... I don't have to unwrap those yet, but I gotta take these and move them into the season 7 and rename it. Because they're going to be a different color. So there's that. I got all these renamed. Catwalk, those are the top ones. And those don't change between. It's just another thing. I gotta make sure they're unwrapped, and these don't change. Or the glass, where's the glass? I got all that taken care of. Now the doors. I think those are good for the moment. That's about it. Just this mess here. So let's turn off everything we don't need. So now these have that's a display. I might create a I'm just thinking where to put these monitors. I think having that, well, let's clean them up first. I think I did most of the, yeah, I left the armature on there. Maps are okay. Armature. I'm leaving the vertex group on there for the moment because they need to be rigged. So let's take these into the console. And let's bring that up. I haven't checked the unwrap on that. That's good. That is good. Let's get the material on there. And that I'm just gonna remove indexes here. Don't need that. Oop, come on. So those are okay. Display. Just do some naming, get it out of the way before I forget, and Intelli1, Intelli2. Names are fine for now. Let's create. So we got glass, we got lights. It's pretty straightforward for the moment. I don't need any subcategories. These rotors, I have all kinds of stuff attached to them. Door. It's good. That's good. Let's put on the material there, and I know these doors, the UVs are not messed up, but I have these like small elements really huge for some reason. Those need to be scaled down quite a bit. Entryway. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't know what that's for. I wonder if I had any vertex colors on those. I did. Get rid of that. That's another thing I'm gonna have to go through and make sure I didn't have. I don't know why those had vertex colors on them. I think these are unwrapped okay. Yeah, pretty straightforward. And this, I'm just gonna throw this on here for the moment, but I think I'm gonna leave that there for a minute because that needs a rig on the top part, but I ain't gonna worry about that yet. I'm just gonna leave that vertex group there. Those are unwrapped okay. So let's turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. I think, did I put, yeah, I added the doorway piece to that. I just need to pack them all together. Or maybe not, but they are, each element is packed up good enough. Turn that off. These doors, let's shrink down what we need to shrink down on these. The lock, the handle, the hinges. This is, I believe just that lock I don't need, and that's just crazy. Let's just bring it down to match that. Front of the door, let's take the lock and do the same. I do not need that much detail on there. Let's scale it up for some. It's not hurting anything being a little bit big. Why I thought that was necessary was silly, but same with the handle. That can be a little bit bigger, and these hinges do not need to be this big. I'm just going to kind of randomly scale it down a bit. Just put all these bits together. And then the other door, same thing. I had the handle, and that's even smaller. Just kind of randomly put that down there. Hinges. This, I think that is for, yeah, the door, that little small door on there. Oops. Let's try to get these without selecting other stuffs. I don't know what these are. Is that the rest of the hinges? It looks like it. What is that? Oh, that's a post for that. I don't need that. I think that's this. Yeah. So let's take these down. They can fit here. I'll be rearranging a lot of this stuff anyway, but this is going to be that other part of the latch. About the other size of the other one. And then we've got these guys. Where's that? That's the box, that's the door, this is something. Oh, that's that centerpiece. So apparently I got these stacked up on each other. Let's get rid of this. A reference image is blocking my view here. Sure, let's select all these guys and shrink that down. I have no idea why I made these so big. There's really no need. Okay, let's size you up. Well, that saves quite a bit of room. Might put all the latches and the everything for the door, hinges, handles, whatever. On its own map. So doors are fixed up. Entryway I did yesterday. I got stuff parented to this. So we have glass. I'm going to remove that. Remove whatever that is. Okay, so those are attached to that. And that's just a material. I'm gonna have to redo those anyway, so let's put the grid on there. And I think these are all really good. Yeah, I like the way those unwrapped anyway. I have plenty of room for all the little symbols that go on the rotors there. Smooth, no weirdness with the UV map. So that, oops, that's this piece here is unable to remove material edit mode. I'm in edit mode, that's why. Get rid of it, jeez. Alright, so that's that. And that can probably be packed up with one of those other ones. Actually, I might pack that with the center bit. But this does need to move though, which is fine. So that bottom one's oh yeah, I was cleaning up these. So that's the first one I did. That's cleaned up. Now let's make sure there's no goofiness going on here. I can get rid of that. Get rid of that and that. So that's clean there. Make sure we got, yep, we got a goofy map there. We don't have one there. So that is good. Or make sure the materials are off of there. Yep. Okay, so those are good. These were good, I believe. Yeah. So rotor's done. I don't even know if I need a collection for that, but let's do entryway and then do a new nope. And this will be, wait, rotor assembly, and then let's drag everything in there. Oh no, let's undo that. Why did it unseparate everything? let's see what this does. I don't want that to. All right, so there we got to set. We got to select everything. Yeah, there's no. So we got to make sure we did not know that. So if you have parented items, you have to select them all to drag them to a new collection. Alright, so these I'm going to do the same. Yeah, let's just drag those in here. Alright, so that's good. That just needs some review. This just needs review. So the glass we have here are all good, I think. I want to take these materials off. And let's make sure there's no goofy I'm just going to go through these lights here. There's no map on one of them. Which one? Catwalk lights. That's quick and dirty and it works. So those should be all good. I think that I got to take materials off though. Yep. I want to clean these out. Oh, getting so close to getting all these UVs taken care of. I'm gonna want control on a lot of these, separate controls. So I don't want them really combined with anything. That's all right. Okay, so all of these are cleaned up. All of these got their materials removed. Looking good. We got those lights and glass. I might have to put these in with the doors. Entryway. This I can put with. No, we'll just leave that. Yeah, I'll leave these separate. This is going to be entryway. Actually, I might. Yeah, I'm debating whether to. I'll put it in there for now, but I might take them back out and then have a separate collection just for lights. Portals, stairs, bottom chamber, and light ceiling. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, it looks good there and there. Alright, so apart from a few that need to be unwrapped, I think that's okay. grouping for the time being, and then tomorrow we'll well, today I'm not gonna extreme setting up the UDIM set here, only because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'll do that before tomorrow, and we can start arranging and grouping everything with the new texture set. So some of this organization over here will change, but until I get to putting these things together on a grid, I'm not going to know what that's going to look like yet. So I will do a little bit of learning later today, and we'll get to the arranging all the UV sets and sizes tomorrow, and hopefully we can get this thing, get some materials started really soon. Maybe 1 or 2 more sittings and we'll be in Substance Painter. So until then, have a great one. I'll see you tomorrow. Later. That was pretty emphatic, huh? Later. Take it easy, everyone. Bye.